Welcome to the Double R Show, the podcast that features everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, directed and produced by Paul Robertson and hosted by the voice of Lincoln City, Roger Robertson.
And welcome to the Double R Show. Double R along with son Paul, and today we're going to have an opportunity to talk to people that are really making a difference in the lives of residents here in Lincoln City.
Yeah, lifting people up. You know, we're seeing a lot of this great work being done locally, and we've got another special guest that's going to be lifting people up with his voice.
Well, with his voice, with his actions, with his singing, and with his giving. And we'll talk with that gentleman live right here on the Double R Show right after this.
Could you sing like Elvis and not move your lips?
Well, yeah.
The winner of America's Got Talent, Terry Fator, live on the road again.
Red Solo Cup, I'll fill you up. Let's have a party.
Saturday, March 7th, Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Get reserved seats now at ChinookWinds.com. Ventriloquist Terry Fator, Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
If you're looking for great early garden fresh produce, it's Kenny's IGA in the Bay Area of Lincoln City. 4 generations of Morgans caring for your every grocery need. All of your favorite beverages, a full deli, meat, produce, and of course, groceries.
Books and puzzles have one thing in common. Bob's Beach Books in the Ocean Lake area of Lincoln City. Books for every interest, books by authors from around the world and across the street. Visit Bob's Beach Books so you can say, I have read a good book lately.
Food. How can we have enough for the people that really need it? That's a great question to be asking Tilly Miller at the Lincoln City Pantry. You have a huge organization.
Well, yes, there are lots of volunteers in Lincoln City and from the Vineyard Church helping out.
We just did a tour, and the number of people that are out filling bags at this point in time, what's that all about?
Just lots of people that have a heart and compassion for others and want to do something positive. So.
What is the biggest need right now at the Lincoln City Pantry?
There are some days where a product like Top Ramen, we're short. We don't get that from the food share organization. That's like a buy that we go out and do. Tilly will stop here early in the morning and check those racks that we were looking at and see where we're low, and then go out and buy that. So cash donations would be an excellent way to help, because what we need today, if I told you, might not be what we need next week. But we know daily what we need, so being able to go buy it from the best store.
You talk about going to buy, but you also receive a lot of food contributions, do you not?
Oh, yes. We'll get several hundred pounds of donated food a day, but when we order from the food share, which is once a week, we'll get 3,000 to 4,000 pounds of food from them, typically 2 full pallets, about waist high.
Tilly talked about volunteerism and volunteers here. What all can people volunteer to do?
Our volunteers can pack those bags that I was showing you, and when we have clients here, we grab 1 bag from each of those areas, take it out to their vehicle. So we'll need volunteers in the afternoon from about 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock to get product out to clients. We also need people early in the morning to pack the things, because if it isn't packed, it's going to be confusing, would be a good word.
Who can avail themselves of the pantry?
Well, we try to make it as simple as possible. So if you live in our area and you have a need, we'll try to make sure you get some food.
And do you have to come in with documentation of any kind that says you are unemployed or whatever?
No, we try to keep that not in the forefront. If they want to share that with us, we'll, listen, but it doesn't restrict you from getting food.
If somebody's going to write a check, they make it out to?
Lincoln City Food Pantry.
And mail it in, bring it in?
Mail is P.O. Box 1260 in Lincoln City. So 1260 Lincoln City. Or you can bring it in and there's always somebody happy to take your money.
One of the things upcoming in Lincoln City Community Days, and we have the canned food drive on the streets, the highway. You have been at the forefront of that for a lot of years.
Yes, I remember the feeling of being out there in the hail or whatever, but I'm glad it's coming up again.
The community is really giving, is it not?
It seems to be. We have people that are dropping by and just, donating things. Sometimes they are moving, and so whatever they have in the pantry is going to end up here. We had one gentleman this morning who's leaving the country. I don't recall where he's going, but he gave us about 75 pounds of tuna fish and pasta, because he was clearing out his supply. I heard this morning that we have somebody going to drop off some MREs.
MRE is?
A military meals ready to eat. Mm-hmm. We have a rack out front that if we have food that people don't want and they want to bring it back, they can put it on that rack, and the universe will absorb it. Other people will drive by and go, "Oh, look, there's some food on the rack." There were 4 of them just as while we were talking. I saw people pull up, get out, take a look at the rack, and then go away. Sometimes if we have an overage of food, we'll put it out there just because we don't want it to sit, in storage and go bad. So we'll put it out front, and then again, it goes away.
So how much food can a family get at any given time? Or is there a weight amount?
There's not a weight amount, but you saw the bags that we were packing. There's 8 separate bags of food, and each one would probably have, 7 cans over here, and they're like in the store, $1 to $3 a can. So 7 times the $1.50, whatever, and you could just work your way on down that. Some of the meat we give away are packages of chicken thighs, that are like 8 thighs in a package. I don't shop, so I don't know how much that is, but it's probably, more than people have in their pocket. So they stop here and they will get that. I would imagine there's around $200 to $300 worth of groceries that go out to any client that stops by.
What days can people actually stop by and get food from the pantry?
That's Tuesdays and Thursdays between 2 and 6. So, after work you can stop by and we'll still have something.
It is amazing to me the number of volunteers that you have here, but you can always use more, I assume.
We can always use more. The issue will then become how many do we have at any one given time. Passing food out in the afternoon, an optimal number would be 4 or 5, depending on the person and how many can they carry. If we get 6, 7, 8 people in here, we start bumping into one another and causing just a little bit of confusion. So in the morning, we have 6 people packing things. In the afternoon, we hope to have 4 to 7 people carrying things out.
Wouldn't it be great to have all your insurance needs handled by one agency? This is Charlotte Lado with Farmers Insurance and the Insurance Store. Visit our office next to the Wildflower Grill in Lincoln City. Let us be your one stop for your personal, commercial, health, and Medicare insurance needs.
Home-style cooking in a hometown atmosphere. Hi, I'm Adina from Zeller's Restaurant in Rose Lodge in Lincoln City. Join us daily for good fun and great food. You can even kick up your heels at Zeller's.
I'm Josh Zantello with Zantello Law Group, and we are fortunate to have a number of attorneys in our office that specialize in a variety of law fields. Call our office and set up a free consultation. With our field of experts, you're never alone.
Sheila Stiley joins us next. She's the Executive Director of the Northwest Coastal Housing. Quite a title because it is an important title, something that we're probably not all that familiar with.
Correct. Northwest Coastal Housing is actually a community development corporation. There are several around the state, and we rebranded in 2015 because we wanted people to understand that we're building housing on the Northwest Coast.
But the main thing is tiny housing, correct?
Oh no, that's a little project outside the norm that we got to take on. So no, we typically build multifamily housing, affordable housing, and so this was a project that came to us through the state and through one of the contracted members through the state, and after the wildfires, and they asked us if we were interested in participating, and we said absolutely.
I was dumbfounded to drive past the number of tiny homes. There's 8 in the project, correct?
12.
12?
12.
Now, you've got an event upcoming for the tiny homes. Tell us about that.
It's a ribbon cutting event. It's March 6th. It'll be at 1:30 in the afternoon, and we'll be having several of the members that participated in this, as it's a pilot project. So there'll be representatives from the city, the state, the county, the church, and ourselves as a community-based organization that will speak and represent what this little project is about.
So who's going to be able to live in these tiny homes?
Great question. So this is funded out of disaster recovery funds through the state. So the preference units will be giving for individuals who are still not housed from our Echo Mountain complex fires. So they take the preference, and then the remainder, according to our deed restrictions, is individuals that are in Lincoln City who are under the 80% area median income and still experiencing houselessness.
So can they be there long-term, or is this a short-term rental, or what?
A mix of both.
Okay.
So we have 3 lots. 2 of the lots to the north belong to the city, and the city deeded those over to us. And then there's a property to the south that we're ground leasing with the church. So on the church side, those will be 6 of the homes that are transitional. And on the north side, those will be long-term.
Who can apply?
Those individuals that I mentioned, the folks that are the wildfire displaced, and the individuals that are suffering homelessness in Lincoln City. Now, there's a referral process through that. So that means that Lincoln County, who holds a lot of that disaster recovery individuals who are FEMA declared fire disaster displaced. So that process would go through the county, through the disaster recovery area. Gabby, if anybody knows Gabriella, she's the one. Anybody that's FEMA displaced knows who I'm talking about. Sure. And so they would get a hold of her. She would do the referral to the property management company. The property management company gets a hold of the state. They have to ensure that truly this is a FEMA declared certified individual. And then it would come back as, yep, go ahead and proceed with the screening for those. For the individuals who are houseless but have generated income, that referral process would go through our Coastal Phoenix Rising facility, who are already houseless and in the facility down the street. So we have been helping individuals who we already know have income, who are just waiting for housing, and nothing is opening up. So we're already working with those. So we're hopeful that places like the Hope Center would be able to refer their individuals over to our shelter, and then that would again enable them to give the individuals information over to the property management company.
It is a marvelous program. Now, is it just for singles, or is it for couples or families, or?
Yeah, another great question. These are tiny. They're 398 square feet. The max we can have is 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Describe one of the units.
Oh, well, first of all, they're beautiful. They're so cool.
They really are.
I know.
All I did was drive past them.
Yeah, well, the kitchens and living room areas are just beautiful. They have a dishwasher, they have a bigger refrigerator than I do in my house. They have a stove, the microwave, the whole 9 yards. They have the complete package in it. The bedroom is small, and that's the key thing. It's so tiny, like literally in the space that we're sitting right now, it's not even as wide as the space we're sitting in right now. So we're talking about bunk bed. Good luck with fitting a double. It's just a really small space. So you really are talking a single to double individuals.
Do they come with all of the furniture as well? Or
No.
Okay.
No. Full bathroom, though, too. So the bathroom's big. I mean, I would have enlarged the bedroom and shrunk the bathroom, but that's just me. But no, they've got a really great space, and they are HUD certified as little manufactured homes. So they're not tiny home RV rated. They're actually manufactured home HUD rated. So that means that they have a longer longevity. They pass the HUD rating. We got to get through the process a little bit quicker as well. So that was meaningful in regards to the energy efficiency.
So who designed them?
Well, Northwest Homes is who we work through. Okay. It's a Skyline product.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who designed them. That's a Skyline product. So they mass produce when it comes to what they put together. And when it came to the tiny, that's how they ended up producing that one.
And again, let's go back to the ribbon cutting that you're going to have for this. Mm-hmm. And then after that, people can begin to apply? Or are they already applying?
Oh, no, there's a wait list already going.
Really?
Yeah, and they've been chomping at the bit. I told them, get your wait list ready, because as soon as we have the property management side of it lined up, you're going to start sending that over. And so I just sent the information out. They've got their wait lists ready, and they've all been connected. So here we go. So March 6th, even though it's the ribbon cutting, does not mean that tenants will be moving in right away. It just means that we've got our certificate of occupancy for all of the units. The site of the city is ready to go, but it's not quite tenant ready. Mm-hmm. We have to go through, do the walkthroughs, and get them the final preparations done. So that's what we're in the phase of doing right now. I've gone through 4, and those are the homes that we'll be able to walk through. We'll be walking through the ribbon cutting, get to view those. And then the other 8, we're still finalizing those details.
So people will be renting them, not buying them, correct?
Renting, correct. Now, an interesting fact on this is a 20-year program. And after 10 years, we have an agreement with the city that after the 10-year period of time, because when they deeded those 2 lots over to us, it was on a note, and it's a forgivable loan. But after that 10-year period of time, that loan will be paid off, and then the church will have the right to say, okay, we're ready to go ahead and take it on, and we're ready to take it over. And then we hand it over. And that's very odd. Northwest Coastal Housing has stepped out in a way we're not really accustomed to giving away land that we actually get to build on, but that's what we're doing because we believe in getting people housed. But there's a 20-year criteria that the state has to maintain its affordability. So that's what the church has to commit to as well. So after the 20-year period of time, should they want to continue doing affordable housing, they can. If they want to choose to expand their church, they can. They can do whatever they want.
Sheila Stiley, Executive Director of Northwest Coastal Housing, thanks for being here. We look forward to the ribbon cutting.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate you so very much.
Northwest Septic Service is your one-stop shop for all your septic needs.
Northwest Septic Service offers pumping, maintenance, repair, and inspections with one call, 541-994-6977.
Buying or selling a home? Northwest Septic Service can inspect your sewer line or an entire septic system.
Old or failing septic system? Northwest Septic Service can rejuvenate most drain fields, saving you thousands of dollars. 541-994-6977.
Serving Lincoln, Tillamook, and Yamhill counties, Northwest Septic Service. Joining us on the Double R Show is Terry Fator. And Terry, I don't know how in the world I'm going to interview a ventriloquist.
It's so funny that people say that because really, ventriloquism is no different than somebody who does voices. I mean, you know, it's like Edgar Bergen had a radio show as a ventriloquist for 30 years. And the reason is that he created these incredible characters and he did the voices. So it's kind of like Mel Blanc, you know. Mel Blanc, before he did all of the cartoons that we know, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, he was a radio voice. And he would do sometimes 8 and 10 voices on a radio show. He did the Edgar Bergen show, he did the Charlie McCarthy show, he did Jack Benny and several other shows, and that's what got him into doing those cartoons. They heard all the different voices and sounds he was able to do. So it's not as weird as you think because, you know, like if I was to have one of my characters come up, you would feel like you were talking to 2 different people, but it's actually just me. You just wouldn't be able to see the puppet. Now, I could move my lips then since we're on the radio. But when I'm on stage, I don't move my lips.
That's really interesting to me. Are you first and foremost a ventriloquist or a singer?
You know, that's a really good question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? If it's what came first, I was a singer before I was a ventriloquist. I started singing at 2. I've been a singer since as long as I have memories. And I started ventriloquism when I was 10. And I was already, doing the lead in musical theater in my school plays and in the church plays and all kinds of things like that. So that was just something that I was always able to do. And I picked up ventriloquism, and one of the first things I did was I started having my puppets sing songs. So I guess I'm more of a singer, but I kind of do it all. I'm a comedian in that, my puppets are very funny, and I'm able to come up with funny, quick ad libs right there in front of the audience if I need to. The jokes are really funny, so I'm a comedian. I'm also a ventriloquist. I've got puppets, and my mouth doesn't move, but I'm a singer, and I'm an impressionist, and the puppets all do impressions of singers. So really, I like to consider myself an all-around entertainer. It's hard to kind of pigeonhole just one thing. I got very lucky. I got struck by the entertainment lightning about 7 times, and most people get once, and I ended up just kind of getting an overwhelming blessing of talent from the good Lord.
Now, speaking of talent, one of the main activities that you've been in is you won America Has Got Talent.
Yes, I did. And believe me, no one was more surprised than me when
Why so?
I won the thing.
Why so?
I think it was, did I feel like I did a performance that was worthy of winning? Yes, I was very proud of my performance. But I got to be honest with you, I just did not think that America would ever vote a ventriloquist as the #1 act in the country. Now it's happened 2 other times. There are 3 ventriloquists. We actually need to get 1 more ventriloquist in there. So we're competing against magicians. Magicians have won 4 times, and ventriloquists have only won 3. So we need another great ventriloquist to win the show. But seriously, it's like it's really. I just did not think that America was ready to vote a ventriloquist as the best act in the country. I'm glad I was wrong, but believe me, I was stunned. If you watch that, you can go to YouTube and just type in Terry Fator wins America's Got Talent. The look on my face, I am truly stunned. I did not know what to do because I totally expected the other guy to win. I just had no plans of winning the show. And I'm glad it did. It was just such a wonderful blessing to have won. And, my life has just been so amazing since then. But I was really enjoying my life even before that. So, I wasn't looking for that.
It really took off from that point on, did it not, Terry?
Oh gosh, it did. I mean, as soon as I won, I started getting calls from Las Vegas. I became the first headliner in Las Vegas history that had never played Vegas and was totally unheard of before I went in and did my first headlining show. Now there's been many because of me. I was a trailblazer though. Every person that's there that has been on or won America's Got Talent is there because of me. So I'm very proud of that.
Now, you've primarily gone on the road. You don't play Vegas as much as you used to. I mean, you were at the Mirage, New York, but you're a road guy now, are you not?
I am. I was doing 150 to 200 shows a year from the moment I won America's Got Talent and, starting in 2007. And I got to tell you, after 18 years, I'm tired. I'm just, show every single day and then still doing road shows. It was just too much. And so I have stopped my full-time Vegas residency. I do come back maybe to do, 9 to 12 shows a year in Vegas, which I love doing, but I'm really more traveling. And that's why, that's why I'm doing this interview, so we can talk about my upcoming shows.
Now, upcoming shows, you're going to be this weekend in Lincoln City at Chinook Winds Casino Resort.
We sure are. And man, I tell you what, it is a show to watch. It is so much fun. It is, let's say this, it's 20 years in the making. Ever since I won America's Got Talent, I've been hoping and dreaming of being able to put together a show this good. And it just reflects every emotion. You'll come in there, you'll laugh, you'll feel, nostalgic, but you'll leave on a high. And if you just need to just forget about the world and forget about your problems and just become young again, you need to come and see my show.
You travel a lot. You're going to be in Lincoln City. You've got shows upcoming in Delaware, in Utah. I mean, you're all over the country.
Oh, yeah. We just got back from Minnesota. We just got back from Ohio and Pennsylvania, and I'm doing Niagara Falls in a month. I'm really busy and loving every minute of it. But now I actually have time to come in and enjoy the cities because, before I was having to do a show, take a red eye, sleep, do the show, take a red eye back to do my Vegas show. Now I can come in a day or two early and my wife and I can just enjoy the city and some wonderful local food. And it's just the best time I've ever had in my life.
Well, welcome to Lincoln City, Terry. We appreciate you coming here, and we look forward to seeing you on stage with a number of your special guests.
Oh, it'll be worth the time. It'll be worth your money and your time, believe me. And it is written for the adult intellect, but it is a family-type show. If kids are allowed, they'll love it. But just remember, there are some double entendre jokes the kids shouldn't get, but you adults are going to be belly laughing at them.
I'll see you on stage.
All right. I'll be there, and I'll see you in the audience.
Retooled, refueled, and ready to rock. Queensrÿche. Saturday, April 25th at Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Get tickets now at ChinookWinds.com, Chinook Winds box office, or by phone at 1-888-MAIN-ACT. Queensrÿche, live, Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
On a Double R show, I'd like to remind everybody that Monday, March 9th at 6 o'clock, the Lincoln City Council has their regular monthly meeting. On Wednesday, the 11th of March at 4 o'clock, Public Arts Committee. Tuesday, March 17th, 6 o'clock, Planning Commission. And, of course, we got Parks and Rec on Wednesday, March 18th at 2:30. And City Council again on March 23rd. They have 2 meetings each and every month. So lots of activities for you to be involved in, attend, and give thanks to these people that are volunteering their time, Paul.
Right, yeah. The council and people on commissions and, different boards. And, yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's all giving.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's all giving. There's no money to be made. Taft, Kiwanis, and Rotary will sponsor a professional day March 17th up at Taft High School for Taft 7 through 12. This is going to be 10 to 11:30. All sorts of business people from in and around the Lincoln City community will be participating, including you and I.
Yes, yeah. So just right before spring break. So on the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, hopefully we'll get a good attendance up there as well.
And it is critically important that these students get an opportunity to find out what individuals and what positions and careers are out there for them.
Yeah, and it changes too. I think back to when I was graduating high school, there was no such thing as a watershed council, right? There was no such thing as doing that kind of natural resources work besides maybe being in forestry. Years later,
that was cutting trees.
Right.
That was not saving trees.
That wasn't saving salmon or the like.
Right.
So, yeah, the job market's changed. It's a nice event that they're putting on.
And you also mentioned another special time here on the Oregon coast, spring break. Spring break for Oregon is going to be March 23rd through the 27th for up in Washington, April 6th through the 10th, and the 13th through the 17th of April. And for Idaho, we'll welcome those folks to the Oregon coast March 16th through the 20th. Spring break does sound good.
You're going to see a lot of California plates too there.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of
there's going to be
California
some people coming north. You'll even see some folks from BC and Alaska. It's all of a sudden it's like summer weather for them at 55 degrees. So.
Welcome to the Oregon coast. We hope you enjoy your stay and you'll tell your friends and neighbors and come back real often.
Yeah.
The Cultural Center is going to have a marvelous activity for spring break, and this is the Festival of Illusions. Starts Sunday, March 22nd, goes all the way through March 27th. You can stop at the Cultural Center and get more information on that. And again, our thanks to the people that do make a difference, and we heard from some of those people today on a Double R show, feeding people, housing people, and then entertaining people.
Yeah. So I was kind of curious how an interview with a ventriloquist would work on a podcast over the phone. So you'll have to go actually see him live at Chinook Winds Saturday to get the full feel and deal with that. But yeah, it was quite a fun interview.
Well, ventriloquists are better at the beach.
That's right.
You look at me just like, what did he say?
Well, I was waiting for you to put a word in my mouth.
No,
you were going to do a ventriloquism trick.
I thought I did.
Oh, here we go again. He's got me going then.
And who can refute it?
Right. Yeah.
So I guess anything else you said at the table?
No, we're clear from here, but thanks.
All right, so that'll do the doings at a Double R show. So remember to like, subscribe, and share so you, your family, and friends around the world and across the street can join us on a Double R show with son Paul and Jenna. I'm Double R. Have a happy day.
You've been listening to The Double R Show. Join Roger and Paul Robertson as they explore everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, produced by Always Productions and hosted by Roger Robertson. Have a story? Email contact@alwaysproductions.com or call 458-201-3039. For The Double R Show, I'm Jana Grawn.